Why was it worth driving 2 hours for a childbirth class?
Well, we are major procrastinators, so we needed some type of training where we could get some type of labor advice and education on what to expect. That's why we chose to train with Pam.
I mean, we got the meat and potatoes out of it, and that's what we needed.
And some homemade cauliflower pizza.
There you go.
Oh yeah.
Do you feel like your weekend retreat childbirth format met your needs in terms of your goal of natural childbirth?
Yeah, for sure. I think like what we were looking for was, at least for me, I wanted to feel equipped, that I was as prepared as possible for natural childbirth. I knew it wasn't going to be easy, and so I needed to feel that I had the knowledge and the understanding of what to expect, and like also how to advocate for ourselves while we were at the hospital, because I also didn't know like what was going to be thrown at us while we were there. And then I also enjoyed how much coaching that Clinton got, because as my support person, like having him there, just physically there, was so important looking back at it now. And I feel like the training really helped to help him feel confident in going into it as well.
The accommodation was great, and I mean, if you are, not a procrastinator, then you can, properly plan for like a weekend getaway while you're there. But I mean, the farm too. The farm was in itself a getaway, like an escape from the world and society and cities. You made us feel like at home, and the accommodations, there's plenty of room for us down there, and it wasn't like we were stepping on each other's toes, so you had your separation.
That's probably what I liked best, was just being able to go outside and do our exercises out there, as opposed to like being in a hospital setting or just being inside. So I loved being in the nature and getting fresh air, and because I like to exercise, it was nice to take a little walk out there.
Took everything.
Helped you successfully have drug-free childbirth?
Oh yeah, for sure. And it accelerated labor for me, so.
Yeah, all those exercises definitely enabled her to be as active as she was, definitely walking around the wing.
How did you find the relaxation practice?
That relaxation exercise was the most helpful, because I was able to just get in my head kind of a rhythm of my count of, inhaling for so many counts, exhaling for so many counts, and like I could focus on that instead of focusing on the intensity of labor, and that really helped me. My most favorite part though was my massage from my husband.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
I enjoyed that.
That's a little treat.
That was like the best massage I've ever given.
I think too, as far as like what differentiates like this birth class, I guess, versus, because we did take some virtual, and the virtual were great, but it's just information.
Fire hose.
So it's just information, but in the retreat training, it was actually practical exercises, and you got us moving and doing those exercises. So not only was it just me, it was also, Clinton doing the movements with me. So I think that is what really changed it from just this virtual knowledge base to an actual practical, okay, hey, we can use this while I'm in labor.
Yeah.
And that was a huge takeaway.
For me, it's kind of hard to say, like, what would I do differently? Because I really depended a lot on your class in the moment. And I had you in my head, talk to her, Clint, talk to her, talk to her, And that's like one of the most important things is like presence. You got to be there for her, for your significant other, for your wife, whatever you want to say. You got to encourage her, because there was a moment I could tell when she was down, and I didn't know if it was like the doctor, because he kind of wasn't present. you know?
Exactly.
So I had to step up and make sure that I was trying to be more present than the doctor at that moment. I mean, especially, you know, if you haven't had a kid before, you know, you've been living your life without any cares. And for us, even all the way up until we got to the hospital, reality still didn't kick in.
Right.
And then it was like when it was go time, reality is hitting you, punching you in the face. And
And you still remember your
I remembered
stages of
everything.
labor.
I remember my stages, I remember the exercises, and I was talking a lot more. We left right after work on a Friday, like at 5 o'clock, you know. And we were able to get dinner and get there around 7:30 and had a nice dinner on your little porch out there for us under the lights. And
As far as the retreat went, though, I think that not, you know, you being flexible on the schedule just made it that much more relaxing. So it's very like go with the flow. If we're ready, okay, let's go. Let's get some, you know, 2-3 hours of training in, and then take a little bit of a break, kind of recharge, and then you can get some more information. So that was just perfect.
yeah, accommodate every need that we wanted. Like got her little almond milk for coffee
Yes.
and really good
Snackies for
little
us.
snacks. You brought snacks here today, so
Your little cute little
It's
charcuterie board.
yeah,
Even though you're in a little city, you know, 10 minutes drive, you're out in
you're
the
out in the
country.
country.
Right.
And I just
Yeah.
love that. I love that
That's right.
because you could go to the city, you know, go to your restaurant, you know, go to a attraction, and then be right out of it.
Yeah, you got the
So-
best of both worlds.